Hello and welcome back to our 7th Dead vlog. I mentioned in video 6 that we do have a fair deal of stuff already done and we're just choosing to release it slowly, tease you lot along, and it gives us a bit of time to get the next load of mechanics up and ready. I am joined by the team today, so say hi everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
Now, last week we looked at the faction system, how the faction system works across the board in terms of the abilities of characters and your rank and that. Today we're going to go into a bit more detail on the faction system and how it works. So as you know, there are factions which are hard-coded. Everyone has to be a member of a faction, which means there are limited leader positions in total. So the idea is that you find a faction that suits your roleplay and your playing style. However, let's say you get attached to a faction and you like what it stands for. You have a history with them. They resonate with you. But the leadership isn't quite up to scratch. And those of command are essentially a small circle of friends. Now, how do you deal with that? Well, if you are, like myself, rank 5 or higher. So if everybody in the game, if you could join the Kilimanjaro Agricultural Initiative, you can attempt to usurp the current leadership. As you can see, I've opened up my faction overview and we now have a new section for a hostile takeover. So kind of start a rebellion within the faction. Now, once you are a high enough rank, this comes accessible to you, or if there is already a hostile takeover going on, it'll become accessible so you can join the hostile takeover. So I'm going to create a hostile takeover now. You got to add a name, you got to add a description, you also got to set your starting funds for the faction, which is sort of like the capital you put down to be able to pay people in missions. So just give me a moment. I want to be and we'll call this the rebellion, not rebellion. Okay. So I have now created my own sub-faction within the faction. So I'm my own independent organization. You can see the name there, the Rebellion. If I look at my members, do a search, I'm the only person here, also the president of the Rebellion. So everything is visible. If we look at the hostile takeovers, it now loads up. There's the name of the Rebellion. There's the leader. So how do you get members? Well, other players have to go to the hostile takeover and they have to make requests to join my organization. So if you guys could all, are you guys all in the Kai?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if some of you could make some requests, please, to join me. I've got one here from Adam saying, little pig, let me come in. So what I can do is I can decline his request. I can accept his request. If he goes to this screen, the view pending request, he could actually remove his own request. So I click accept. It removes, and we go to members and do a refresh. He is now part of my organization. Now they lose their rank from the main faction branch and start off as rank 1 and ready to be promoted as I see fit. So if I promote him up now, he is now an engineer within my organization. And these are all going to be separate. I can set these for the ranks, and they're all going to be separate as well from the same branch that they come from. So who else is requesting to join me? Nobody else. Come on, guys. Can you? Hello?
I sent an app.
You sent one. Are you sure?
Yes, I did.
It's not showing up. Anderson's one showed up. How many people?
Oh yeah, I can't join because I'm the goddamn president of the company.
Right. Oh yeah. People who are already leaders of the main faction or their own hostile takeover, they obviously can't join an already hostile takeover. Who else is in your is in the faction, John? On your side?
Let's see. I have Phoenix,
So this is all
Sniper, and
all
Bob,
working.
the mighty left, plus me. No one else.
Zari? Poe?
I'm
Go
still
on.
trying to figure out the sentence.
Press
Press
T.
what? Oh, is it T? T.
It's
right.
T.
Bizarre. If you press escape, open up your inventory and character stats. That's the top button. It will show your name, your faction, and your rank. And press T to cycle through the factions until you get to the Kilimanjaro Agricultural Initiative. Yeah.
Oh, my faction management panel disappeared.
Now, currently, we don't have a how of taking over the main faction's assets. We'll be that in later once we've done a way to actually capture colonies. So if someone leaves my hostile takeover, they will go right back to the main faction branch as rank 1. Now, this system is set up to work with the corporations, not with the government faction, to be a bit more on the stable side. The gangs, mercenaries, criminals, and activists, they're going to work a bit differently as well. The plan is that anyone can make their own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this group. I can't leave because I'm the leader. But I can delete the organization like that, and we've gone back and we're now back in the main branch of the organization. So we're all in. So somebody is. Arsenic is the president. So if Arsenic wants to promote somebody up and they want to try making their own style takeover, they can do that as well. And when you leave your hostile takeover, the colonial credits that you put into making the faction or the faction has your organization has got will go back to you. We'll be adding this, but basically, with the gangs, the criminal factions, they're going to be more a loose conglomeration of intercompeting units, all united under a similar goal, compared to the corporations and the government, which are more centralized factions. And this is hopefully going to lead to plenty of taking under the table, backhanded deals, alliances, double crossing. The corps will be limited to 2 hostile takeovers happening at a time. So these 4 factions could potentially be split into 12, 16 odd, something like that. The winner of which will get a combo of all of the pots, with about 20% of the losing side's pot going to the government organizations as a sort of a tax. So there's a financial hit on trying to take over the faction, which could work to somebody's advantage into, say, influencing the government take sides or just hiring plenty of mercenaries to help them out. Anyway, that's all for this video. Join us next time and find out what else we've been cooking up.